So it was pretty funny earlier. We were doing live on TikTok, and somebody was he was like, who were you talking about? Was it you were trying to meet up somewhere else, like Chicago?
Chef Ponzio.
Yeah.
That dude cooks stuff that I'm just like, God dang it, I think I can cook. And then I see his stuff, I'm like, I am not a chef.
Yeah, but we were joking around a little bit of like, and John was like, we should meet up. Like, let's meet up. And then like, if anybody's in the area, like we should just meet up with these people, like our fans or whatever it is. And then we're like, it's like, John's going to get catfished by a fan, dude. He's going to get kidnapped. This is utterly ridiculous, John. You're going to get kidnapped by a fan that's going to be like a crazy person.
When you say catfish, do you mean like they don't look like they're supposed to look, they don't act like they're supposed to act, or they can't cook how they say they can cook?
Right, yeah. It's going to be Chef Ponzio, and then you show up there, and it's like not going to be him. And then all of a sudden they're like, smell this rag. And then now you're on a boat somewhere. You're like, you wake up in the Middle East or maybe Russia or wherever, and all of a sudden there's like, cook the briskets for us. There's like 500, like 1,000-gallon like smokers.
Was that a Russian accent?
Right, yeah. It's made out of like solid gold or something like that. They're like,
okay.
You're like, yeah, no, I could do this. And you have like 100 like Wagyu like cows just sitting there like, pick a cow.
That sounds amazing. I wish that would actually happen. I would love that. Sounds fantastic.
That does sound pretty spectacular. But on my way home from work, dude, let me tell you this little story here. On my way home from work, this fucking jackass decides that he's going to murder everybody on the highway by going from the far left lane all the way to the exit. Because he was too stupid enough to realize that his exit was right there. And so instead of going to the next exit and just making a U-turn, coming back around, he's like, I'm going to just maybe commit vehicle manslaughter on everybody. I don't care. I could give two shits. I'm like, how do you get in that mind frame? Just like, when I say this is a turn, like it literally was like just like a 90-degree turn. Like he literally just like, that way.
Oof.
Straight
scary.
Across. And he missed that water barricade by just inches.
You said water barricade. I thought you were going to say water burger.
Ooh, man. Dude, you're talking about like, damn, maybe he was trying to go to Whataburger. He's like, shit, that's my exit right there.
Shit, last free exit for Whataburger.
Right, yeah. I was baffled. I was like, what in the world is going on in your brain that you think that you could just for that 5 minutes of your life that you would just be wasted just making a U-turn, you could just go just mow over somebody, and all of a sudden now you're looking at 20 years.
Yeah.
And no Whataburger.
I mean, if we're being honest here, you are a very cautious driver, right? I mean, and I'm a little on the other end of that spectrum. I feel like, not that I'm aggressive. I'm probably a little more careless.
Yeah, you're probably right.
My kids tell me all the time, Dad, you drive like shit.
Yeah.
Not my young kids. They don't talk like that. But my teenagers, they're assholes. They talk like that.
I can see that.
Yeah. Like, pay attention, Dad. I was like, I'm trying to update my Instagram. You get off my back.
Right. I got to send 20 text messages. I literally trying to drink my coffee, and I can't. Let me just grab the wheel, son.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Just steer it.
That's funny.
Just take the wheel.
Yeah. I got yelled at a lot. I just dropped my son off at the big airport in Houston, the one up north, IAH, which I never have to drive to, but he's flying down to hang out in the Galapagos Islands for 10 days. So we had to drive up there, and he screamed at me so many times about my driving. I'm like, which one of us is the dad here?
Yeah, good for him.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him that he's going, but not that he's scolding me. Anyway.
I know. It is what it is, but cheers, brother.
Right on.
Man, another episode of Grab Another Brisket coming straight to you in your living room or your car, or maybe you're sitting at your office at your just jackass work that you want to be there. You'd rather be outside manning the grill and cooking some brisket. We thank you. We welcome you in, John.
Yes, I'm excited. And if you are watching on YouTube, you're probably like, what the hell's going on? Because it's just me and James tonight. It's just the two of us.
It's just us.
We're going to do this shit. We may have somebody else show up a little bit later. We don't know. They said they're trying to get here. But if not, we're going to rock this mother like it's 1999.
Definitely. It's like John Ames or Jam On. Yeah, it's Jam On. Team Jam On.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I like it.
Yeah, our names put together.
Is that what it is?
Boom, boom. That's what
Jam
they do.
On?
Jam
Okay.
On.
Yeah, it's hard when you both start with a J, I guess.
That's kind of weird now.
Yeah, Jam On.
Yeah.
Jamathan.
Yeah.
Jamathan.
Actually, I don't like where we're going now,
This
so
is really shitty.
we're just going to move along. So we got a couple of guys out. They have work engagements, just other life priorities going on. Hey, we salute them. We wish they were here. Take care of your business, and we will carry the torch, and we will bring it home, definitely. And we're going to drink shit ton of beer, but fuck those guys that scoot across 4 lanes of traffic, by the way. We got interrupted by the intro there, but...
you said fuck those guys. I thought you were talking about our co-host. I was like, all right.
Oh, no. Hey, we love our co-hosts, and we love the partners of the Grabbing the Brisket show. Without their support and their patronage, it wouldn't be a Grabbing the Brisket. So
that's true.
Thanks to Oklahoma Joe, and thanks to Fiesta. Thanks to all the guys that we have there supporting the show. YETI. I mean...
100%. Every single one of them. If you want to hear a whole list, it'll be at the end of this episode. So, we just had Memorial Day. I know we're going to get into it a little bit later, but I had a great weekend. Busy, but awesome. It
was nice. There was a lot of beer that was drank on my part, my end. Every once in a while, you just got to taste them all, right?
That's true. Was it Friday night that we were over at Jan's house?
There was, yeah.
That night I did drink a bit of beers. After that, I didn't have a whole lot of beers this weekend. A few on Memorial Day, maybe 2 or 3, but not a lot.
I think I was right there with you. I think Friday was the peak, and then it just kind of tapered. It just tapered down from there.
Yeah.
Until Sunday. And, of course, everybody, I tried to call Jan like several times. Like, he's not answering. He's not picking up.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, okay. I see what's happening here. We cooked that brisket. No, listen here. We cooked that brisket. We cooked it all. Then we got it trimmed up on Sunday, which was, got my days mixed up because of the long weekend. We trimmed it up. We recorded a video. So we got some cool videos that are coming your way. But I tried it. Badass.
Yeah?
It was really good. Like, solid. Bagged it up. All right, man, put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, you never saw it again.
We're going to start doing some recipes. We're going to do some creator content type stuff. Making things, just doing to it. I have yet to see the brisket. I've asked him about it. I was like, hey, because we split it up in like 2 different bags. I was like, hey, why don't you go ahead and put one of those bags up and put it in a freezer, and we'll save it for the weekend or next weekend. That way it doesn't go to waste or anything like that. I mean, it's not going to go to waste, but I just don't want to sit there just weeks on end in a freaking refrigerator in a garage.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Go for it.
How long are they good for in the fridge? Once you've smoked them and you take them out, you put them in the fridge, how long are they good for?
I think it's good for a week comfortably.
A week? Okay.
Yeah. After that, maybe you're like,
Okay, because I have mine still from, I guess from Saturday? No, Sunday. I cooked the brisket, and I'm always like, it's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but side story, Dusty, our good bud Dusty. So I visited his house like after Thanksgiving. It was probably 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. He was like, hey, try this turkey I did. Really badass. I mean, I think he brined it, did all this these like techniques to it. I think I might have given him a pointer or two, but he ran with it. He did his own thing. He's like, turned him badass. His whole family just ranted and raved over the shit. It was like 2 weeks after. It's been sitting in the fridge. Try a bite of this.
2 weeks?
I think it was like, it might have been like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Making me nervous.
I didn't die. I mean, I didn't get sick. So I was like, okay. I thought about it for a second. And I was like, but I'm not going to turn it down. You're staring at me. You're like, it's like one of those, like somebody like spends like all day cooking barbecue and they're so happy about it. They're so proud of it.
Right.
Just to show somebody, just like, please taste this. And then they're like, they hand it to you, and then they sit there and just like
You better act like you like it if you don't or
stare
not.
at you. They sit there and watch you like pull it off the plate and then just right into the. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is great. I was like, it was good. It was fantastic. I didn't get sick, so there's a window. Like, hopefully your refrigerator's working at like optimal temperatures and it's holding food correctly.
I didn't get sick.
Yeah. Didn't get sick.
That's always a bonus if you don't get sick. So that's good.
Going back to, I don't remember what I was talking about before. That I got all side up.
Sorry, I distracted you. You were talking about the briskets you have in Jan's refrigerator that were bagged up. You're going to put them in the freezer.
So I called him yesterday. I was like, hey, make sure you put one of those bags up into the freezer. That way we have it later. He's like, well, there's only one bag. And I'm like, okay. He's like, well, I made a sandwich.
Out of a whole bag?
Right. I'm like, sounds like you made a little more something else than that. Or how many had sandwiches? How many of you guys ate sandwiches? But I was busting his balls a little bit. But he said it was delicious. It was good. We're going to try it again. We cooked it on the Oklahoma Joe. We'll get into it a little bit later.
Yeah. I cooked all kinds of stuff. I mentioned it earlier in our lives, but my son's girlfriend, we've talked about it before. He was in Hawaii going to school for a year and a half or so. He made a girlfriend. He got a girlfriend?
This is like Weird Science where he like got the Barbie doll.
He created a girlfriend. Well, I met her. She's a sweetheart and she's a doll. And so maybe he did because it doesn't make sense to me because he's a butthole.
Right.
I'm just kidding. John's great. But she came out to visit us for a couple of days on her way back to Georgia where she's from. And I'll be honest, I was a little nervous. I'm like, he met a girl in Hawaii at college. And I was like, right. Is she going to be like a vegetarian or something? I don't know. I just assume kids today, they're all weird, right? Like they all got something. She was like, no, I'm down. And we'll get more into it more later. But we did the spread. She was great. The food was great. She loved it. So, but before we get into all that, let's talk about some barbecue news, hot off the grill. Brought to you by the NBBQA
Sizzling.
And the Barbecue News Magazine. Speaking of which, we've been talking about the Sauces of Honor, that competition that's been going around.
Oh, yeah.
And I have some winners for us. There's a complete list of winners. I'll put a link in there to that. Yeah, you'll do a drum roll.
Drum roll.
There's a complete list. We'll share that. They'll put a link to that. But this is some key info.
Okay.
This is actually being announced as we speak on Facebook Live, but I got the info a little early. Of course, by the time this goes out, maybe if you've been following this, you may have already seen it. But here it is. The pork.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, you heard it here. Well, we announced it first.
Right.
You heard it here first. I don't know. Whatever. For the pork category, Black Oxygen Bangin' Barbecue Sauce, and that was from our buddy Stretch Specialties LLC. The chicken barbecue sauce was called Chicky Cola Sauce. Have you heard of this?
I have not.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I've never had it. That's from Hedgehog Barbecue. The next one was the seafood category, and that was the Trap Butter Trap Garlic Sauce from Da Crab Trap.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. I've never heard of most of these. The Black Oxygen, I've heard of them. And then the last one was the beef one, and that's the Beers Black Dog Barbecue Sauce, and that's from Beers Black Dog Barbecue. So those are the top winners. There's a complete list. It has like the top 10, maybe more than that. I don't know. But I'm going to put a link in there for you. Kel sent that over to us, and he was like, you can't tell nobody. You can't drop this episode before I announce it tonight. I was like, you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
It takes me multiple days to edit this shit.
Right. And John may forget. And he may have a Memorial weekend and just not put it out there. But,
I should have announced it earlier on our live.
Yeah. Where did we come in on the sauce category?
Well, we did not turn one in, so it's very hard to rank.
We kept talking about we're going to do it,
yeah.
and we just never did it.
Yeah, we never did. But he did say that he thinks that this might be the biggest sauce competition ever. He's been trying to research and figure out if there's been one with more entries, and he has access to this kind of data, and he's like, he doesn't think so. There was a lot of entries apparently. So good for him. And honestly, all four of those ones I just mentioned, they all sound amazing. That trap butter for some seafood. I mean, any kind of butter. I mean, it sounds like I need to look at them. And the thing about these sauces is we may never get to try them because it didn't have to be something you can buy off the shelf. It could be any sauce. Anybody can send it in. So
I love it.
I don't know. There's a link. Scroll down if you want to see more info on that. The next one is the Barbecue Hall of Fame inductees was announced. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, the folks that were nominated. The inductees were announced. And I have some for you. I did a brief little thing. I'm going to try to read through this kind of quick. Byron Chisholm, best known for his legendary butt rub. It launched a while ago, 25 years ago plus probably.
You see it in every probably Ace or Home Depot or Academy all across the United States. Just says
butt rub. It's got the little pink pig with a chef's hat on.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was inducted, and then a little, what do you call it, teaser. We've got him coming up in a couple weeks.
There it is.
They're going to have him on, or we're going to have him on the show. The next one was Flora Payne. She's been running Payne's Barbecue in Memphis alongside her children since her husband's passing in 1984. Over the past 37 years, she and her children have gained national acclaim as one of the great American barbecue restaurants, along with their staple menu item, the chopped barbecue sandwiches. I know I've heard of Payne's Barbecue. Obviously, I haven't tried it. Maybe I need to head over there, but congratulations to her.
Congratulations.
Fantastic. Next one is Dave Raymond. Do you recognize that name?
I do.
You do? Okay. That is the Sweet Baby Ray. Lifelong Chicago residence, 29 years experience in the industry. He's in. Next one is Darren Worth. You know this name?
I do.
Okay. And he's more of the competition side. He's got, I could name these accolades for like a long time. There was a long list, and I actually cut it down. It goes on for days. I'm going to put a link to all these again because there's just a lot of information
that's the guy that all these guys now that are winning, that all these guys that are doing their thing, talk about this guy.
Okay. Is that who they're kind of emulating? Or?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, it says over 1,000 local, regional, and national barbecue awards. So that's a lot. That's a lot of awards. Next one, Bill Arnold, the man behind Blues Hog Sauce. Despite his passing in 2021, his legacy lives on as the sauce he created in his garage continues to delight barbecue enthusiasts worldwide.
Such a great sauce.
Yep. That sauce, especially that raspberry chipotle, that's my jam right there.
Yeah, everybody's using it now on the competition circuit. They
That's
act
true.
like it's a secret, but I see
secret.
it. I see it on your chicken. I see the little seeds there you forget to pick off. Get
them damn tweezers out.
I'm not blind here. I see it, guys. That's some good shit.
It is. It's really great. Next one we got here is Columbus B. Hill, also well known as the barbecue man in the. This is going back a minute. Late 19th, early 20th centuries. Supervised some of the largest barbecues in Colorado history. He was recognized for his barbecue skills and officiated many barbecues. Hill and other African-American pitmasters served as barbecue ambassadors, maintaining barbecue culture in the South and spreading it to other parts of the country.
That's fantastic. I love everything about that.
Yeah, they do. I guess they do like some of the, I forget how to word it, like the past, like those that have already passed away, right? I forget what the wording is for it.
The ones that have the cornerstone, the actual
right. They help build
building,
this thing, right?
Where we are like these days now, because barbecue right now is at this the epicenter, the huge. Right now, it's just like the competition portion of it. It's all over TV.
It's huge.
The sport. I guess you would say the sport of barbecue has just grown so exponentially over the last couple of years, and we would not be here without these guys here that just laid the groundwork for it.
Right, and it's awesome that they're recognizing them, post-mortem.
Sure.
And then the last one we got here is Rick Schmidt. I don't know if you recognize that name. He was one of the owners of Cruise Market. It was passed on to him, but he was one of the ones that made it huge. Really well-known barbecue joint in Texas.
Yeah.
And then, so it says the inductees will be honored during the 43rd American Royale, which is scheduled for September 27th through October 1st, 2023. And hopefully we'll be out there. So
we're trying, guys.
If you're in the area, come see us.
Yeah, I didn't see. Were we just on the cusp of getting...
Yeah. We were like almost nominated, I think. We were like right there.
I thought it was we were like just right outside the top 10.
Yeah, exactly. Right there. Yeah. And if you think about it, like those are the people that got in. Some of the people that didn't get in that were nominated were the Malcolm Reeds of the world.
Yeah. There's a lot of good guys out there.
Yeah.
And gals.
So we're right there. I mean, we got to be top 20, right? at this point?
100%.
Can they let us in as a group? Does it work that way?
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
It's going to be a group.
Yeah, okay.
Group effort.
Yeah. Perfect. The last thing I have is Memphis in May. I should have had this ready for you last week. I did not have it ready for you last week. But Ribdiculous Barbecue, originally from New York City, was named Grand Champion for the World Championship Barbecue Contest, taking the top honor with their championship entry in the ribs category.
Okay.
First time in 22 years that the rib category won Grand Champion. They get $25,000 in cash prizes for the Grand Champion, plus another $11,000 for their ribs first place. The team competed since 2009, and that was their first time getting an award in one of the primary categories. So New York City, hey,
Yeah.
I know we talk some mess. We poke them a little bit, but
we poke a little bit. Like, yeah, you can't make pecani sauce, but apparently you can make some ribs. So. Congratulations to that. That's badass.
That's fantastic. Okay, so then some side notes here. First place in shoulder went to Sweet Cheeks. First place in whole hog went to Hometown Barbecue, and obviously first place in ribs went to Ribdiculous. There was 150 competing teams from 3 foreign countries, 22 states, and Puerto Rico, and they were all fighting for $140,000 overall in cash prizes, plus obviously bragging rights. That's what it's really all about. So anyways, that's what I got, and I will have links for that. I'll have links for the Hall of Fame thing too. All the links will be down below, so check all those out. But that's what I got for the Hot Off the Grill barbecue news.
The golden silence of us just shuffling to figure out what we're going to say next.
It's news because I have real paper.
Exactly. Hey, on today's news, we're going to talk about how the 1957 Brisket smokers actually beat the crap out of the New York rib ticklers. There we go. So, hey, quick shout out to our buddy Caden. I saw him jump on our little live earlier. I know he listened to the show. He's been kicking ass, taking names, he was down at Memphis in May with all those guys. Shout out to him.
I know they got a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen he had a little video about when you get a walk. I don't remember what it was, but it was funny.
They were having a fun time. Yeah.
I'm
Next
jealous.
year, we're going to have to, we got to get out there. Next year, we got to get out there. So
May is just a hard freaking month for us.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in May.
It's all about some of these guys stepping up their game. When I say some of these guys, like maybe just Oklahoma Joe, or maybe
sending us out there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, then we're there.
Hey, just put us up in a hotel. I'll get the flights. I'll get the plane tickets taken care of. Just put us up out there.
The dreams come true. It's like just start clicking our heels together, and it's like boom, here we go. Like, you never know when you get a John and James podcast.
This is what you have to put up with right here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, with that, let's hear from our friends at Oklahoma Joe, or about Oklahoma Joe, and one of our friends in the Oddpods Media Network.
Let's do it.
This episode is brought to you in part by Oklahoma Joe's new Ryder Deluxe pellet grills.
Since the company's humble beginnings in 1987, Oklahoma Joe has helped those who appreciate the process and the craft of smoking.
What began with Joe Davidson, a member of the Barbecue Hall of Fame, and a dozen hand-built smokers at the Oklahoma State Fair over 30 years ago, has since forged an Oklahoma Joe's brand that builds some of the most sought-after smokers.
Oklahoma Joe has a proud history of creating uncompromising smokers and grills with carefully crafted design, and the newest generation of the popular Ryder Series pellet grills carries on this tradition.
The new features in the Oklahoma Joe's Ryder Deluxe pellet grills include a Pit Control 2.0 system that delivers the category's first dual-sensor temperature control.
Fire-focused dual-sensor feedback optimizes temperature control based on selected cooking styles, low and slow smoking, or high-heat grilling.
A power feed system that boasts the high-torque auger motor that powers through pellets for incredible power and performance.
The new Ryder Deluxe series builds on several popular features, including smoke and sear modes, which features an impressive temperature range that runs from 200 degrees Fahrenheit to a searing hot 650 degrees Fahrenheit, and a 20-pound quick-draw hopper that allows unused pellets to be drained in seconds for simple storage, removal, and swapping of pellet flavors. Guys, if you want to find out more information about the new Ryder Deluxe Series pellet grills from Oklahoma Joe, check out the Oklahoma Joe's website, and the link is in our description in the bio, and that's oklahomajoes.com.
I'm Richie, a.k.a. Midnight Agent Raw.
I'm Devin, a.k.a. Special Delivery Dev.
We're the Super Media Bros Podcast. And each week, we give a comedically informative take on movies,
Music,
television,
pro wrestling,
and much more. Check us out at supermediabrospodcast.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else that you can listen to podcasts. Shades on.
We're off.
All right, that's pretty cool. Go ahead, check out the other podcasts that are associated with Oddpods Media and the Super Media Bros. Dude, they're awesome, man. Go check them out.
Funny guys.
So today we're popping off the Grabbing the Brisket
Beer review. Kind of weird with just a duet, bro.
It is.
It's the don't duet.
Yeah. So today we're bringing in the Beast is Unleashed with the Monster Hard. I don't know if it's a seltzer or what, but we're gonna figure it out. I saw it at the grocery store. I was like, I got to give it a try. I got to go see. So it comes in assorted flavors. You got the white haze.
Mm-hmm. I've got the scary berries. What else we got here? We got some peach perfect. Is that what that says?
Yep. And then we got the mean green. So obviously it's like some of these are emulating the flavors of the original Monster, which is the green one, the low sugar, zero sugar version, the white can.
Yeah.
And then
when you sent this to me, I thought it was Mr. Beast. It looked like Mr.
Almost,
Beast.
yeah. And as Jan would probably say a little bit, he'd probably like, dude, you could probably just take this to work.
Well, it's
they,
like
they have no clue that
it's energy. It's probably like a pre-workout.
It's energy. It's like hard 6.0. I was looking at the side note. I was looking at some of the ingredients on some of these energy drinks, and dude, it's like a chemical, like compound is like of like ingredients to make a bomb. You know what I mean? It's like the alcohol, the glycols, and all the alls.
All the calls?
All the calls. There's like guano in there. There's like
you say guano?
Yeah, there's like nitroglycerin. Yeah, there's like little freaking like plutonium in there. Like, but there's like 90 milligrams of caffeine. And you're like, oh, okay, there it is.
But you said these ones don't have any caffeine, right?
These zero caffeine. I think by law, I think they eliminated all the caffeine from alcohol
For
and drinks.
Loco, did they ruin that?
I think they did.
Ruined it for everybody?
They were like, I'm having a heart attack. So let's, I'm going to go ahead and just pop off one of these things, just see what it tastes like as we just kind of shoot the shit a little bit.
Yeah, I'm starting with the scary berry here.
Scary berry? I'm going with the white haze.
Okay. Right off the bat, Kool-Aid.
Pretty much.
It tastes like Kool-Aid.
It does. This one does taste like the white can for the Monster. A little bit sweeter. Definitely sweeter.
Okay. I don't ever drink Monster ever. Like I don't know if I've probably had one at some point, but I could not.
It does taste like just Kool-Aid or just soda.
It tastes like Kool-Aid to me. Yeah,
you got the fruit punch one or the berry one.
Okay, you can taste that if you want to.
Yeah. See, I don't know if I would ever. I would probably drink these. I'll be honest.
Somebody's got to drink them.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I would be happier if there was caffeine in it. What do you think about that?
It just tastes like a spiked soda.
Okay, I'm going to taste yours since you tasted mine.
This one's more acidic.
Yeah, yours might be better.
Yeah, I don't like the whole.
It's a little artificially, right?
Correct.
Can I pop open these other ones
Let's go for it.
and try some of those too?
You go peach.
Yeah. I see you gave me the peach one. Okay.
I don't care for artificial peach.
Yeah. No. Do you like the Diet Snapple peach?
No.
Oh, I drink the shit out of those. I do like those.
Right off the bat, this green can smells just like a original Monster.
Okay. This is good. I would drink this. This tastes like peach Snapple. But this literally tastes like peach Snapple. I'll just say this. I don't taste alcohol in any of these. And at 6%, I mean, no. Go ahead. You don't like peach, but I want you to try it anyway.
Oh, my God. That tastes just like original Monster. I mean, you couldn't tell the difference if it was spiked with 6% alcohol or not.
Yep, you're right. That brings back a monster memory. It kind of tastes like Red Bull to me, but yeah, that's what it tastes like.
That's scary, like how that just tastes just like a regular Monster.
For me, I like the peach one better than the rest, but maybe it's just because I really like peach Snapple, and that's what it tastes like to me.
Ooh, no, I don't
No,
like that.
not doing it for you?
No. I'll go with this one right here.
Okay.
Yeah, the crazy part is like these are, 6% alcohol, and you can easily slam
It doesn't taste like alcohol at all.
one, like really, like you're mowing the grass, you're super hot, just like crush one of these like super quick. And I know there's probably like a shit ton of carbs, and I think I saw it's like 130 calories, 6% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, there's a lot of words on the little description thing
I
on
was
the
about
side
to say,
of
do you
this.
want to read any of that?
I was thinking about it, but it looks like you can actually turn the page and there's more, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. At the bottom it says "Feast on the Beast." I'll read that.
Yeah. Do not take one of these to work by accident. You know
Right?
what I mean?
I feel like this is a little bit like some of these things are a little bit. I feel like targeting kids.
Yeah, I got to put a warning sticker on everything in my fridge because my kid's going to come out there. Oh, yeah, energy drink? Great. When's Red Bull? Red Bull's going to come out with a seltzer or whatever.
100%.
I already saw the Sunny D with vodka.
Oh yeah, my wife bought some.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't tried it, but she drank one. She said it was good. This is. I mean, you're not kidding. Your kid would drink this and not know there was alcohol in it. I would not be surprised. Either that or I have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
I don't taste it.
I would buy this again, but only if I can just pick the flavor that I wanted. You know what I mean? I wouldn't buy the assortment pack again.
No. Okay. I don't mind it. I don't
They're
know.
not
if I'd buy
horrible.
it.
None of them are bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is really targeting very young people.
Yeah.
I could see my son. He's not 21 yet. He's 20. I could see him buying this shit and drinking it.
Right, we're fixing to get some Kool-Aid slammers spiked with alcohol. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
The Kool-Aid man just comes jumping through the
Next
wall.
up, it'll be the Squeeze-Its.
Right, and he's like funneling. He's like got a funnel up, just like funneling beer.
Beer bong.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, yeah.
Everything's just hard Coca-Cola, hard Dr. Pepper. Everything's just you go into there like nah.
It's getting carried away a little
Yeah.
bit, but this isn't bad. I mean, it's 100 times better than what I was expecting.
Right. Your Dr. Pepper tastes spicy.
I guess I'll give it a score.
Yeah, let's go.
How are we doing? Are we going to do like an overall score?
Yeah, just an
Are we
overall.
going to rate our favorite one, or
Yeah, we can say our favorite ones, and then we just give an overall score.
honestly, they're all pretty close for me. I know for you really don't like the beach, but I'll say overall, I'm going to go 6.6. This is okay. I like this fine. I think this is good. I mean, if you bought these again, I might drink one again. I'm not going to drink more than one probably.
Yeah.
But
These are one of these
fine.
like
It's good.
these are one of these like palate cleanser beers.
Yeah.
Maybe you've had like 3 or 4 Coors Lights or whatever, and you're like, I'm kind of tired of this a little bit, and then you're like, hey, let me get one of these, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, cool, there we go.
Yeah. Exactly.
So my favorite one is
The peach.
no.
Was that the take one more sip?
Yeah. I really want to like the white can, but I think the original is better.
It tastes like an energy drink.
So I'm going to go probably right along with the amount of alcohol that it has in there, 6.0.
Okay.
It's solid. It's good, but
Makes sense to me.
yeah, there it is. And that concludes the grabbing the brisket.
Beer review.
Now I'm going to continue to drink all these.
Well, we have to finish them. They're on the board.
Right, exactly.
So,
And we got a late comer here.
Yeah.
We got Alex joining the conversation.
let's get them hooked up.
It's weird. So we'll take a minute to pause, and we'll be right back.
Big Al rolling in when Big Al rolls in. If you want to drink on a couple of these drinks, you can give us a score here in a minute. But I think we're going to talk about Memorial Day.
Yeah, we're going to talk about our cooks that we had over the past weekend, Memorial Day. All the big salute to. I know everybody kind of glosses over a little bit. It's like ooh, we're gonna barbecue, whatever.
Right. It becomes a barbecue holiday.
It becomes a barbecue holiday. A lot of people kind of like miss the meaning of it. And look, hey, we're celebrating the men and women that fought for our country and that passed away and that perished, and it's to memorialize this whole.
Right. The reason we get to do what we get to do.
100%. It's like the reason why you get to like sit there and chew on that hot dog.
Right. You get to be an idiot over here drinking hard Monster drinks and shit.
The reason why we get to put these podcasts together for everybody is because all these brave men and women that fought for our country that enable us to do this. So, hey,
absolutely.
Kudos to them. I love each and every one of them for sure.
Mm-hmm. Alex, did you cook something for Memorial Day?
I did not.
You get some cooking in? You get some barbecuing in?
I had to work on Memorial Day.
Did you?
Yeah, on Monday.
Man.
Yeah.
Trains are running on Memorial Day, huh?
Alex got that train money. He got that time and a half.
Right.
Double time and a half.
Double time and a half. What is that? It's like holiday is time and a half. Why is that double time?
Well, it's actually time and a half plus a basic day. So people call it double time and a half, but it's not really. It's
All right.
It pays decent to go to work that day.
Sounds good. So what did you do if you just worked all day? That's what you did. Okay.
Yeah, I had to work on Monday.
Must be nice.
You can go to work any day you want to.
I don't want to.
Me either.
I'm over here like fucking assholes. I'm over here like hit that 8 to 5 every day, all day. But when I get that 4-day off or I get that 3-day off, I'm taking it.
Don't call me.
Don't call me. Yeah. James, I need you to come in. Who's this? Wrong number.
New phone. Who this?
Right, the hell you do?
Right. I keep seeing those little videos pop up on my like, hey, I'm gonna need you to come in. Nah, I'm not doing that. I feel sick. He's like, oh man, but I got cancer, and cancer is making me stressed out, and I'm not supposed to be stressed out, and I'm stressed out because I don't have enough people covered shifts. Are you gonna come in?
No.
Nah, I'm not coming in.
You gonna die. That's hateful. I apologize.
I suggest you retire.
Yeah. Right? Take a day off.
Right, exactly.
Well, I'll take a day off.
Look, at the end of the day, it's like, you sit here and you grind and you kill yourself for pieces of green paper that you can put in the bank for the bank to use your money to make themselves billionaires. And that just trickles up. But you do it all just so you can spend time with your family and have some type of like peace of mind and some type of happiness there somewhere. But at the end of the day, along the way, you just kind of like, what am I doing this for? You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. You're like, I just want to be happy and I want to do stuff that makes me happy and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ever Google like cheapest countries to live in?
I have.
And think about, well, if I sell all my shit.
I just saw today, like, if you're to be in the top 1% in the world, like to be in the top 1%, you've only got to make like 35,000 a year. So we're just in the wrong country.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
we're in some other country. We're fucking loaded.
Yeah. The problem is that we're spoiled.
Right. It'd be the commute that'll get you.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to go to a country where, like, shit, am I going to get killed today? Am I going to get ganked up by some cartel, or I'm going to get, well, you know what I mean? It's like, here in America, you're like, everything is great. Everything is perfect. America is like the best place on earth, but we make it so toxic that you have to, oh shit, you can't afford to be here. You have to leave. Then you see those beautiful places over in Bali. You're like, oh, I live over here for like $25 a day, living on like this crystal clear water. Like, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It's great, yeah. And you say it's perfect, but I was just thinking, I saw some other video today that's saying like people are making like 27% more than they were like 20 years ago, but the cost of a house is like 150% more.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, things are awesome, but also, god dang, things are getting crazy. It's just it's scary.
But we don't get into politics.
I was going to say, I don't want to get too deep into that, but eesh.
We bury our heads in the sand with plenty of alcohol and plenty of barbecue. Hopefully everybody that's tuned in, hey, hopefully you guys stay tuned with us, Grabbing the Brisket podcast. We'd love to hear your stories. We'd love to, honestly, it's like we have a hotline, and we hope you guys can utilize that. John's got that number. Maybe he'll flash it across the screen for the people that are listening on YouTube and we're watching on YouTube. It's visual. It's visual arts, guys. But honestly, we appreciate everything that you guys do for us. Let's slide into. We already alluded. There it is, John.
There it is. That hotline.
The AV guy coming through on the clutch.
434-829-2299. Call and give us your wins, give us your fails, give us your stories. Talk about barbecue, talk shit, do whatever you want. We want to share it. We want to interact with you people.
Definitely. If you want to see the number, just hit pause on the video so you can screenshot it.
Yeah, screenshot.
Just kidding.
Okay. And we're going to talk about Memorial Day, but I am going to say real quick, I put it out there to our friends on the social medias. Share your pictures, your whatever you cooked over the Memorial Days.
Yeah.
And we got a shit ton of response. I don't know, 40 or 50 people sent in pictures and whatnot.
Dude, that's
so
badass.
I just kind of put them all together into a little video.
Do it like a montage?
Yeah, like a montage. So there's only maybe 3 or 4 seconds, I think 4 seconds per picture or whatever.
Okay.
And I put the names of the person, but obviously we're not going to read all this. We're not going to talk about every single picture because the folks that are just listening that aren't seeing this on YouTube will be like, what is happening right now? But if you are on the YouTube, while we're talking about what we cooked, you can see what other people cooked too. Yeah.
On the YouTube.
I love that.
On the
I love
YouTube.
that.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll that beautiful bean footage while we talk about whatever we're going to talk about. But yeah, we got a lot of awesome pictures and whatnot. Like I mentioned earlier, my son's girlfriend was in town.
Mm-hmm.
We'd never met her before from Hawaii. So we cooked a ton. We cooked all the things. Whatever we could think of, whatever I could think of, we went overboard for sure. I did a brisket. I did some ribs. I did some Spam burn-ins. I did some chicken wings. I did some homemade mac and cheese.
You didn't try to go let me cook some stuff that's traditional to Hawaii.
Well, the
type.
Spam. I think the Spam is traditional to Hawaii, isn't it? That's why I did it. I mean, my son eats Spam all the time since he got home from Hawaii. So I had a shit ton of cans in there. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do some. And I will say this is a little bit different because I actually did get to, nope, that wasn't the Spam. That's a lie. That was the chicken wings. I did those on the Oklahoma Joe, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But they're basically your recipe. I cubed them up maybe an inch. There's a video on our social medias. But cubed them up, seasoned them up, threw them on, made a little glaze with some Texas pepper jelly, and I think I used Blue Smoke Blair's barbecue sauce. Made a little glaze with those. Fantastic. They ate the hell out of them. So
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know.
It looked tasty.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But what did you cook?
Dude, I cooked. Let me just start from the beginning. Let me just go back.
It all started.
We're going to go back in time to where me and Jan got super trashed on Friday.
Mm-hmm. I was there.
I think you were there.
Mm-hmm.
I almost called it a night that night. I was
Yeah,
like,
we made you stay.
correct. No, but even
Friday
before
or
you showed up.
Saturday?
Even before you showed up.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I'm just going to make it a chill Friday because I want to get up Saturday and I want to cook. Fire up the big smoker, do whatever. And then we drank a couple of beers, and then all of a sudden it's John's like, what are you doing? I'm like, boom, all right, here it is.
It's on.
And then it was on, and we went, and I got to the point I was like, I'm done. And then everybody's like, nope, you're not done. I'm like, okay, great.
Next
I
thing you
will
know,
just
you're
go
laying on
more.
the ground.
Correct. I tried to do squat, like sit down.
Elevator. You try to do the elevator.
I tried to do the fake elevator, and there was no going back up. It was like
Elevator was broken.
elevator was out of order.
Out of service.
I fell down. I was like, fuck. That's not embarrassing. Hopefully nobody has a fucking camera right now. So got back up, dusted my pride back off, and we hung out for a while. And the next morning I woke up. I was like, okay, I went over to my mom's. I moved some shit. I came over here. I got a new TV in the garage. We upgraded the TV, grabbed a little bit bigger TV. So, and I was, just farting around doing some shit on Zooms type stuff. And then Jan's like, what are you doing? I'm like, all right, I'm just chilling, hungover. What are you doing? I was like, I wanted to cook a brisket. I already went to HEB. I already bought a brisket. And I was like, I want to cook a brisket. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, okay, well, like maybe we should just bust out the Oklahoma Joe Bronco. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, okay, great. We're on the same page. Let's go. And so I get over to this house. We're like, okay, this is my idea. I want to go super coarse seasonings. I want to just make this bark just look like the best bark in the world. So how do I achieve that? I have to get nice coarse seasonings, salt, pepper, but not just salt and pepper. I need to add a little extra flair to it.
Got to.
And so we did the Fiesta brisket rub, the extra fancy kind. So if you go to the store and you're looking for the Fiesta brisket rub, get the stuff with the salt, and then get the extra fancy kind. All right, that stuff's the best. So we layered the Goldie's all-purpose and the it's the Lane's brisket rub, and with the Fiesta brisket rub on top of each other. Let that mellow out for a while, dude. And then we cooked it on the Oklahoma Joe. And I'm telling you right now, everybody's listening right now, the Ugly Drum Smokers, a.k.a. the vertical drums, like the one that Oklahoma Joe produced, like the one that I think John has one that is currently being built by Ray's Crew Barbecue. Those things are no joke. They do a specific job, and they do it quite well. And this job is that it only requires a certain amount of fuel.
Oh, they run forever.
And it'll run forever. You don't have to, as long as you don't just leave that lid open and just like
Don't do
grab
that.
a lot of oxygen, this thing will run for like freaking 11, 12 hours. Easy. This is no secret, no joke why all competition barbecue competitors are going to drum smokers. Now, you have some outliers. You have stuff like us that, hey, we're not caving. We're going to adapt. We're going to add it to our repertoire.
Right.
But we're still going to bring you that little bit offset Austin Smokeworks type
500
flavor.
gallon, whatever.
Yeah, but it is a badass product. Oklahoma Joe, we loved it. That thing rocked and rolled all night. We never even put any more fuel into it. I think that thing went 12 hours. Easy. And it was 2:25 when we went to bed.
It's still running.
Still running.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, we'd already had it off. Jan pulled it, and I think he put it in the oven, put it on the warm setting in his oven for like maybe a couple hours just to stay warm. And then he had it like cut off. And the next morning around 11 or so, he's like, hey, come over. You want to cut this brisket up? I'm like, yeah, let's go, man. I got to get the other side of this content we just like created.
That's the worst, when you record all day and then you're like,
Yeah.
I don't have it in me to finish.
Yeah. Amy, his wife, was like, why are you cooking a brisket? I think it was like maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Why are you starting to cook a brisket right now? And Jay's like, it doesn't matter what's happening. Just let us do it. And we did it. And,
Let me alone. Get out of my room.
oh, yeah. Damn it, Mom.
But it came out good.
I
You can rate it? Brisket Professor in the house?
can, yeah. I'm not going to lie. It's one of my favorite briskets that I've had
Really?
in
Okay.
quite some time. The bark, everything was legit, but I think the sitting in the oven at that warm setting for a couple hours, I think that just kind of tenderized. That just like, because I'll tell you right now, we pulled it at 180 plus. I don't know if Big Al was the one that probed it.
I think it was. Yeah, I was there for that.
It was 180 plus. The bark was beautiful. It was set. So we wrapped it up, threw a probe in it. I think I set it for 203. And then it cooked for another several hours. I think the temperature was probably sitting about 250-ish. So maybe sometimes it dropped down a little bit or whatever. But I think it probably went for maybe another 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours. And then it popped 203. And we're like, okay, pull it. We pulled it. Didn't even unwrap it. Didn't even vent it or anything. It's straight from pan that had the thing all wrapped up right into the oven, and that just coasted at like 150, I think, 140, somewhere in there, for 4 hours or 3 hours. It cut like butter. It might have been just a tad, I say dry. I mean, it was very pull apart. I mean, there's a video, I think, I don't know if I sent it to you, but there's a video, and we'll post more on our social media, where it just pulled apart nice, like the fat, everything just like rendered perfectly. And I was like, and when you chewed it, there was no like. I mean, you can pull apart a brisket but sometimes it has that little texture to it.
Yeah.
Where it's a little too chewy. This thing just melted. I'm
Perfect.
like, this might be one of my favorite briskets that I've ever cooked.
Yeah, we do have I have a little, if you're on the YouTubes. There you go.
Check this out.
If that don't get you excited, one more time for the people in the back. Yeah, that thing looked money for sure. And yeah, we do have some videos of this going around the social medias. Check those out.
Yeah, there was nothing to be sad about this whole weekend. I think we did a killer job, and hopefully we have a lot of videos that we're gonna. I think we did some tutorials on how to do this and how to do that, whatever. Half the times I'm like, do these people even want to see that? But I know they do.
Yeah, I love that stuff. It sounds like you were even happier with your brisket than I was with mine. Because when I first pulled mine, it rested for a while, and then the flat was good. I would give the flat maybe like a B, but my point was legit. It was probably A minus. Yeah, probably A minus. But my kid's girlfriend loved it. That's what it was about. I was trying to impress this lady. She thought it was awesome. The obviously the jalapeno poppers, those are always a hit. She did come back down later, like looking for some refill and all this stuff. Did chicken wings. That's what I was going to talk about. The chicken wings. I actually did those on the Loco kettle.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the first time I finally fired that thing up and got it going. I think it's cool. It took me a minute to figure out how the hell to use it. But once I figured it out, I think you just set the temperature like you would on anything else, like on a pellet smoke or whatever, but it's running on Jealous Devil lump charcoal. And it worked great. The wings were obviously fantastic. I did the chicks that smoke on them, so it's always a favorite. Everybody ate the shit out of them. One last thing, the ribs. I did them very similar to how we do our competition style ribs.
I saw the picture.
Dude, they were so money. Like maybe the best ribs I've ever done on my own.
Okay.
Like so good. I wrapped them, but when I wrapped them, I did the pan method that we do, where you kind of put stuff in the bottom and whatnot,
Right.
kind of muss it around without going into too many details. Legit. Like I was like, oh my god, these are so good.
The picture I saw the pan underneath it. You're pulling it out. The seasoning on the outside, it had a nice little bark.
Yeah.
I don't know what was that. All chicks that smoke the coarseness. Did you add a little
Nope.
something else?
I did chicks that smoke, and I did hardcore red. That was it.
Okay.
But yeah, they were, and it got a little darker, and it looked darker in the picture than it was because I was inside. But, bro, and I did the same thing. I think I did Texas pepper jelly, and I think I used some Heath Riles, his tangy one, whatever that sauce is. I made a little mix with that.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Like I was super excited. I sent some home with my mother-in-law because she dropped off one of my kids, and she was texting me like 30 minutes later. What did you do? These ribs are amazing. Blah 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 blah. So I was stoked.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah, super stoked.
That always hits you right in the feels.
Yes.
Just like,
Yes.
His head got even bigger.
Oh, I'm telling you, I might not be able to fit out of this
got you.
garage. Yeah, everything we did, and my wife. I don't know if you're watching on the YouTubes. There are some pictures. One of them was some of the salads my wife made. The potato salad, the pasta salad, and some other salad. I don't remember what it is now, but it was. Yeah. They were all legit. Had some stuff from my garden in there. I mean, no big deal. Some basils and some pepperoncinis and whatnot. So grab them in the tomato. And if you were following along, the Mike Sorich picture on there, that's Matt's dad. He did some ribs and whatnot. It looked like
I missed it. I'm going to go back and check the video out.
Yeah, if you missed any of them, just go ahead and watch it again. Get us another view, or just make sure you see it. Yeah, there's a lot of awesome food made this weekend.
Yeah.
So, a huge thank you to everybody that did send us pictures. There was a lot. It was a lot. It took a while.
I was gonna. So I jumped on. When I say jumped on, I joined the So Smoking Gooder show last night, and Robert Rocha had Aaron Leslie on there, and they're shooting the shit, talking barbecue or whatever. So I jumped on, just like I went on there grabbing the brisket. And I was like, hey, grabbing the brisket in the house, type whatever. Shout out to those guys. Rob was like, holy shit, grabbing the brisket in the house. Plays our theme song
On his show?
On his show.
That's fantastic.
He's like, these guys are badass. And Aaron Leslie is on there as well. He's like, these guys are super awesome.
Nice.
down to earth, just salsa. And I'm paraphrasing. I'm probably making up all these words, whatever. But
Greatest people I've ever met.
I know Aaron was thinking it, but he was like he's like we hung out with Aaron and Rob and all these guys at Austin, but they did a segment on the I'm going to reach out to Rob, and Rob, if you listen to this, they're starting to do a power rankings, almost like a baseball or
think I saw
football power rankings on these competition, whatever. So I think he's doing it
CBA or what?
I think it's everything.
Oh wow,
everything included. Like I think they're going off like grand champions, stacked up reserves, blah blah blah. So they're keeping a running tally.
Where are we at on there?
We're outside the top 10.
Just right there?
Yeah, just right outside.
They're only doing top 10, so I guess 11.
Yeah, correct. So I was going to reach out to Rob, see if he wanted to share that list, that we can have a little segment on the podcast where it'd be the So Smoking Gooder
power rankings.
Rankings for these barbecue competitors that are out there, because I mean these guys are kicking ass and taking names, doing the stuff daily on the grind. Shout out to my buddy Carlos with his team that he's doing. But these guys are doing it every day.
Yeah, those guys are
every weekend. But they're gearing up every day. So it's a grind. I commend them.
Mm-hmm. They got more money and more energy, I think.
Salute to you, brothers. If you got any of that money, you want to share it this way, maybe we can get grabbing the brisket competition team off the ground.
Grabbing a Brisket team, sponsored by the So Smoking Gooder Show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that.
There it is. You heard it first, folks. Let's slide it. Do we have a barbecue win, fail, / whatever today?
You know what?
You should have played that video I sent.
Oh yeah, that was a good. Was that you, the dude and the kid?
Yes.
Right. I feel like
I sent it to you.
7 people sent me that video.
I sent it to the group text.
My wife sent it too. A lot of people sent me that. I did not get that loaded up. I should have got that loaded up.
Wow.
Or oh man, I do have a barbecue win, but I don't have it. I don't have it ready. So we're gonna save it. We're gonna roll that back for next week. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the person that's not gonna get their Sucklebusters for another week. But that's the way it works.
Just drop the ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Alex in charge of wins and fails from now on. So that will never happen again. There'll never be another ball dropped because he never drops balls.
I knew there was going to be some shit in there somewhere.
I love it. Dude, as always, never fails. I had a super fun time.
Yeah.
And even better, it's been great talking barbecue with you guys.
Peace.
Smoke on.
Thanks, everybody. You've been great.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. We'd like to give a special thanks to Sucklebusters Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, YETI Coolers, the Smoke Sheep Barbecue Newsletter, and Dalstrong Knives. We definitely appreciate your support.